Jonathan, your latest op-ed is on Fox Digital right now, and it's titled "Want a Stable World? Disengage from the Chinese Economy." You write, decades of wishful thinking that economic integration between China and the West would create international stability have failed. I'd like you to tell us more about that, and I also would like your take on whether or not this new China bill that Mike Johnson is talking about, do you think that will lead to Chinese companies on the U.S. exchanges getting delisted? I just did a whole special on this, as you know, Underwriting the Enemy, talking about the many Chinese companies that are trading right now on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. They do not follow the same accounting rules that American companies or any other companies follow. In fact, China is the only country that I have found that has such an allowance to have their companies trade on our exchanges, the deepest and most most liquid capital markets in the world. So tell us more.
Sure, and I think Mike Johnson's speech was great. I mean, we hosted him at Hudson Institute, and he's saying exactly the right thing, and that's the direction we need to go. So I think having that sort of broader strategic vision coming out of Congress, which builds on the work of the House Select Committee, but is going further. I mean, Congress is really engaged with this issue, and what I've advocated for in my op-ed with Robert Pittenger, and really across the board in most of my work is, we have this massive economic toolkit that we can use. The rise of China continues to depend on the U.S. and on our allies, and that's why this NATO meeting was so important. U.S. is 25% of the world economy, but together with NATO, we're 50%. I mean, that alone is enough to start, putting an end to the geopolitical rise of China. So yes, I mean, we have to get their companies off our exchanges. There's a giant threat surface if you look at the Chinese 5-year plans and other strategies. I mean, there's a whole lot of targetable entities, and we can stop funding that. We can stop buying, things that they're producing in strategic industries, and we can cut off the key technologies. And we can do the latter part across the entire alliance system.